Westfield State University's new president starts next month. 22 News I-Team reporter Ryan Walsh discovered just how much money the school spent during the search.
Westfield State's aiming for a fresh start after a legal battle with their former president fueled over his spending. The 22 News I-Team discovered the search for Evan Dobell's replacement wasn't cheap. Westfield State's next president, Ramon Torcillo, will begin his new job in January. The 22 News I-Team discovered how much of our tax dollars the school spent during the search process. Westfield State spent $117,000 in its search for a new university president. Westfield State's costs were expensive, but compared to other schools, not outrageous. UMass spent $148,000 to find its president. UMass Lowell spent $97,000 to find its chancellor, someone who already worked there. MCLA has spent at least $90,000 in its recent search for a new president. 88%, or $102,000 of Westfield State's costs were to hire a presidential search firm and pay for their travel. What does this outside firm bring that you can't do internally?
Much like you want to cast a wide net with regard to potential candidates for president, you want to do the same with a national search firm because they have contacts across the country and, in fact, internationally.
Scheibel told the I-Team the school has put some safeguards in place to make sure that this president can't spend our tax dollars as freely as their previous president. The state's inspector general accused former President Evan Dobell of lavish spending of the school's credit cards for his personal use. Dr. Dobell resigned and eventually dropped the lawsuit, agreeing to pay the state back $185,000.
The fact that this has happened in the past, and we're going to make sure those of us that are involved in the university are going to make sure to work with the new president to be the best university we can be and to minimize any risk of that happening again.
Scheibel says back in 2014, the school moved from credit cards to procurement cards to have more control over the president's spending, and there are limits on those cards. Westfield State did use a different firm for this presidential search than they did in their previous one. On wwlp.com, you can see in detail how that $117,000 was spent. I'm Ryan Walsh, working for you with the 22 News I-Team.